Hello and welcome to Biocode. In this video, we will see how we can utilize Ensemble database to retrieve a particular gene, particular protein, particular chromosomal region, and information from a disease. If you have a particular disease name, and you can retrieve information related to that as well. So in this video, we are going to obviously utilize the Ensemble database, and we are going to retrieve those sequences for our further analysis for whatever cause. So first of all, we do have two basically methods that can be utilized to retrieve a particular genome, particular gene, particular protein, particular disease information, or particular chromosomal region. And it goes the basic methodology is same for all of these aforementioned types I told you. So first of all, you can actually directly search for a particular gene, particular protein, particular disease, particular chromosome region if you have that information. But if you are going to if you just need a particular gene from a particular or a particular protein from a particular species, just that species and not the other species, then you need to actually select that particular species from over here, or you can select and then filter out the results. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just select some sort of bird, and then we are going to retrieve a particular protein from that species. So I have selected the organism chicken, and I'm going to find GSK, and which is basically a glycogen synthetic uh, protein gene which is present within most birds. But let's see, this is some sort of uh, issue, and okay, I mistyped it, it's 3b. Okay, so now we do have 9 results out of these this species, and you can see that there is one error that was caused due to our mistyping of the result, that now all of the species were selected. So I'm going to go back to chicken, and I'm going to select a particular gene which is GSK. Let's select chicken again, and now we can select GSK3b. So we have typed that information, and now we will see the results. And now we can see that there are only 9 results from GSK when restricted to species chicken. So this is basically much easier as compared to finding the particular gene, then filtering out the result according to the species that you want. So now we can also restrict that information to gene tree, transcript, protein domain, protein family. But since I told you that we can utilize the table information and then restrict that information in a more meaningful way, I've selected the layout to be table, and we would just like to utilize the gene. We do not want the transcript or the protein or whatever. So now we can just retrieve that particular gene. Just click on any of this information, but it depends. You need to look at these names of the genes. This is basically the ID or the accession of the particular gene, and then we have the name, then we have the species, the category, and the description. And the description says that it is glycogen synthase kinase 3 alpha, and the transcript name description is also provided. But there is a second gene. Why is that? Because it is a different gene, not the same gene. If you look at the naming, it is GSK like protein. It is not the exact. So if you go over here, it is say GSK3b interacting protein. So basically this gene interacts with this one, but we only needed the GSK3b. So I'm just going to click on this particular accession ID, and it will open up the gene home page. Basically on Ensemble, each gene page has its own, each gene has its own gene page, and it has plethora of information available related to that particular gene. So this is the basic home page, and if you look at the gene symbol is provided, Ensemble ID is provided, description is provided, and location where it is present. So if you just click on that region, you will open up the exact location of this particular gene on the location of chromosome 1 or whatever chromosome information is on that in a more graphical manner. So it's going to take some time, and once it loads up, we will analyze this in the next section. So about this gene, we do have this gene has two transcript. That means it due to splice variants or alternate splicing, we do have two transcript variants, 307 orthologs, and is a member of one sample protein family. So if you click on show transcript table, we can find all of the transcript that are coded using this gene, and we can also find the biotype. For example, if in some cases a protein could be just a missense or not a particular protein coding, but it is obviously through a splice variant, so it must be present over here in some scenarios. So we do have flags that basically tells us about the information of the gene, the transcript ID, which is basically has its own page, just like this one that we are trying to analyze the protein information, amino acid length, base pair length, the uniprot accession, and we do have other information such as name, the actual original HGNC symbol. We have the ensemble version ID, and protein gene type is protein coding. Annotation produced was done through ensemble, as said in previous video that ensemble automatically annotates the data. And then we have the graphical representation of the gene itself. So this is very useful if you look at this particular region. You need to understand the gene legend first of all. The dark red color actually means that it is a protein coding, and the bars that you see, these bars are basically the regions that actually code the protein. So the remaining set of information is just information that is intronic information within the gene, like this. So that is more useful. But you must be seeing that there are two red coding genes. Why is that? So if you look at the transcript table, there is a ID that is 201 and 202, right? So we do have the information of 201, 202. As many as there are transcripts available, you will have information over here as well. So in most cases, you will have to figure out which one is the accurate gene, and you can do that by going to the UniProt to find the exact ID of that particular gene. So this is 3A, and so basically GSK is a family of proteins and family of genes, but it could be just in some cases could be GSK3B or GSK3A depending upon the transcript version. So we do have some other information, and that is splice variant transcript comparison. We will go through all of them one by one. First of all, let's analyze this chromosomal region, and this is basically once we have clicked on this region, it will directly take us to that particular page over here, and we have plethora of information available as well. So first of all, it is telling us this is a chromosome 1 over here. Then the region in detail, this box that you see, first of all, this box displays that out of the entire chromosome the gene is present over here. Then in that region the gene is present over here, as you can see the green color, GSK3B, and the arrow actually mentions the orientation, so it is the right strand, forward strand information, and that can be confirmed from over here. So then we do have other information such as protein from UniProt KB. This basically information is of the entire region, this particular region, not the entire chromosome. Now we only have information of this particular region. And then we have the more information such as SNP information, cluster information, and that sort of basically legend wise information is also available. So let's find more information about this. And you can also find this is the basically location. You can change that location if you have a particular gene that you would like to search in this particular region. You can also do that, but only this, there is no other gene available in this region, so you can't do that as well. So another cool thing about this is that we can compare do a comparative genomics analysis of this region to other genes, to other regions or other genomes. And if you just click on comparative genomics, and you can find more information about this particular region as compared to other genomes such as synteny, alignments, and alignment text region comparison. We will do that in the next videos. We are not going to do that over here. So let's go back to the region in detail, and you can then find more information about your analysis from over here. Let it load up again. You can export this as an image from over here. You can do from over here as well. You can also share this image, and you can also resize or reset the track order as well. You can also configure this image based on your tracks available, that you can add more tracks as well, but that is not necessary in most cases because most of them are already added on to your LCs. Okay, so if you just click on that particular any particular gene, any particular information, you will open up a box and you can just click on that and you can find more information. You can find the protein that is encoded, protein variants, transcript ID, all sort of information just waiting for you to be analyzed by clicking on one click. And you can then understand in a more meaningful way as compared to other databases. So this is a usefulness of utilizing the ensemble as compared to other databases. So let's go back to our, basically these are the proteins that are coded by these transcripts that we saw earlier, these transcripts. So let's close this one and we can analyze our other sections. So let's go to the splice variants, and in this splice variants we can find the variants that are created through this gene, and they are basically done using alternative splicing. And we do have various other databases that are involved, such as ProCyte Pattern, ProCyte Profile, PFAM, Smart, Superfamily. They basically have their own databases, data sets that actually give us information related to their domains that are present within the protein or the gene that we are trying to analyze. So they have their own regions as defining through these layouts, and the information is basically that all of these databases have consensus that there is a domain present in this region, as indicated by the purple line. But some databases do have some other information available, such as the ATP binding site, the kinase domain is also available, the domain like superfamily is also available. So this is very useful, and you can ascertain this from over here, 201, 202, and this is the basically information of 201, and then we do have the 202 information, but this is the transcript wise information. Bear that in mind, this is not the gene wise information. So we can also do the transcript comparison. If we click on the transcript comparison, we can find these two sequences available. So if you just click on download sequence, and we can then find both of these transcripts available in the FASTA format, and you can also select your RTF